that happened to me, I was like, should I kill myself? Should I throw myself from a building? Should I throw myself into a car? What next? How will I be at university without a job, but my dad is telling me he's only providing tuition?
The pressure is getting worse. Why do parents keep doing that to the boy child? Like, proudly powered by love and passion. Welcome to the show. My name is Bolton, and on today's episode we are gonna talk to someone who I literally met through a friend. She's called Bagaya. I was just on vibes today and decided to shoot something. It's been a while, about 6 months, 6 or 5, I'm not sure, and it isn't scripted, it wasn't planned, it's just vibes. People love talking about mental health, and that is how I got him. He's going to introduce himself, but please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Bolton. Now let's get into it. Is it your first time on camera?
Yeah, it's my first time, of course.
Are you nervous?
Kinda.
Kinda nervous?
Yes.
I can see that. How have you been?
Great.
My name is Bolton.
My name is Hassan.
What do you do?
I'm a student of law.
So you hope to become like a magistrate or something?
Exactly. A magistrate or a judge.
All right, that's amazing. So you've heard about mental health. I'm sure it's been on the rise. Everybody's talking about it.
Exactly.
Since COVID, like that's when people were literally really aware about mental health and everything. Describe mental health.
I would describe mental health to be one's mental status, depending on their life and the society around them. Mentally. Exactly.
Mental status depending on the society around them.
Yes.
So you've heard of different stories. Hey, people committing suicide because of their mental illness and everything. Have you ever been in a position where you have to think about taking your life?
There are those times. In life we have ups and downs. There is that particular moment, of course, where I thought of doing the same. This came when I was in Form 6.
Form 6?
Exactly.
You're about 18 years of age. You're literally so young, you could still make a difference,
Exactly. I didn't think of that.
Okay.
What came into my mind is that, let me take my life. Or let me run away.
So, under what conditions did this suicide thought come up?
I think it got to me the day I lost my job during my vac.
Yeah.
When I lost my job, I thought, now what's next for me? Because I took this job to be a lifetime thing. This has been my dream for years.
Yeah.
I get this opportunity. So through a silly mistake, they send us away. We were 2 of us. Something I thought to be minor, I thought somebody would understand, but didn't. He took it so serious, and he sent us away.
At this particular moment, were you the breadwinner?
To me, I was told that when I go to work during this vacation, I'll be providing for myself, even at university, with the exception to the tuition, but all the rest will be me. So I had bigger things. I had bigger dreams. I thought I would be by myself. I would handle everything. I'll be somewhere. I'll have a shop of my own in like 5 years.
Yeah.
I saw this ending.
It's like your dreams just crashed.
Exactly.
Damn, that must have been hard.
Exactly.
So, this person, let's call him your boss, yeah?
Yes.
He sends you away just like that, no explanation, or you try to explain yourself?
We tried to explain ourselves. Okay, this scenario began like this. It is a short story because we have a TV in our shop. It is a very big shop, known in town. We have a TV in this shop. We have a decoder, like most of us have in our homes. So this thing happens in the morning. That day we come, we switch on that television. The wire blasts, sparks. The decoder wire. That is DSTV. So this guy is like, who did this? It's you guys who switched on this television, and I'm tired of your recklessness, your childish activities. And we were sorry, but we didn't cause the electricity.
The electric shock.
Exactly. And we were like, really? So he gets so angry, he tells us to go away.
So at this particular moment, you decide, you think about it, you're like, you know what, it's high time I take my life or run away.
I was like, what should I do?
Yeah.
Because my dad was like, I'm never going to provide anything for you again, exception to tuition.
Why do parents keep doing that to the boy child? Like,
I don't know.
do they realize we are also as unexperienced as the girl child, or as unexperienced as, it's just us against the world? Like, we are fresh from UNEB. Why do parents keep doing that to their children?
Exactly. But I think it's a mentality in the African setup that a boy child has to hustle, has to fight. A boy child is meant to fight for what they want. And if they are to get anything or put anything on their table, it has to be a lot of their energy than the parents' input. So it's in the African setup. I think so.
Damn.
And we are locked into that.
Yeah, we are like so locked into it. Like, after school, the boy child, they just put us out there, and it's kind of bad. It's kind of harsh, man.
Exactly.
So let's get back to the story. Like, so you think about it. How do you calm down? How do you say, you know what, suicide is not the way forward. I'm not supposed to run away. Let me just own this. Let me own this and be happy.
So when I get this from my boss, I decide not to go back home that day for the very first time in my life.
You never went home?
I never went home.
Why didn't you go home?
Suddenly, I was like, what was I going to tell him?
You feel like you're going to disappoint your dad too?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm like, he believes in me. He thinks I'm somewhere at this point, and it's all gone.
Damn.
So I ran away, moving on the streets in Kampala up to around 12 a.m.
You just kept walking aimlessly. Wow. I've been there before, where I just ride around aimlessly.
That happened to me. I was like, should I kill myself? Should I throw myself from a building? Should I throw myself into a car? What next? How will I be at university without a job, but my dad is telling me he's only providing tuition?
The pressure is getting worse.
Exactly. I have a dream of doing a law course, which comes with a lot of costs. And if you've been talking to the people that are doing this course, if you have people in different farms doing this course, they'll tell you the expenses that come with this course. You must be up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Financially. So I'm like, how am I going to do it?
Man. Before we keep going, this video is sponsored by Emmy Day. Emmy Day is literally here for content creators who are really passionate about content and want to get paid and grow with an audience right here from Africa. If you want to check it out, feel free, man. Just go punch in Emmy Day, Google, go to the Afri App Store or Google Play. you'll find us there, man. It's here for you as an African. I know how hard it is for you to look for, get paid on YouTube. Like, you need to get about 1,000 subscribers and Simanyu watch time and all that. But every day here doesn't give a shit about all that, for as long as you just join and build your companionships. Are they pronounced companion or companion?
Companion, depending.
Okay, depending on the school you went to. So, yeah, feel free, check them out. Now let me get back to you. Like, tell me, what happens when you, after riding aimlessly, it is 2 a.m, and then you realize, what I'm doing is not helping?
I moved to Chireka, from town to Chireka.
Wow.
I've never moved that long.
And do you stay in Chireka too?
No, I stay in Buziga.
Why did you take the opposite direction?
I'm like, I can't go home.
Yeah. You can't go home.
I'm like, where should I go? So I moved to Chireka. Me this moving around the streets, I think of going to Chireka because there's a cousin of mine there. We've been connecting so often.
Yeah.
He's very tight.
Yeah.
We always talk about our issues.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me go and talk to him. But I moved there. When I reached there, so this guy has been to a rehab before. He has his own story.
Yeah.
So he's been there.
Yeah.
He's had these kinds of situations. I think mine was very light to him.
Yeah, like, of course, definitely will tell you this is light and everything, because like, everyone has their own their own experience and their own like baggage to carry. Yeah.
So he was telling me, when I reached there, I knocked his door. He failed to open like for 30 minutes. But after some time he opens.
He's like, oh brother, what's up?
What are you doing here at this time? That's the question.
I suppose at this time you were like, you're all I have, man.
Exactly.
Were you crying?
I cried. When I looked into, I was brave all the way. But when I looked into his face, I cried.
It's okay for men to cry.
Exactly. Some people don't find it okay though.
Yeah.
For a man to cry in the African setup, I think
Yeah, definitely. In the African setup, men are not allowed to cry. But in my opinion, crying like eases a lot of things. It like, there is a way it just takes this pain off you like for a minute, and you feel like, oof, it's like a relief.
Actually, I don't know whether I'm very contrary to the cultures and everything in Africa, but I think it is unfair for people to think a man can cry.
Especially in this era of female emancipation. Like, what a man can do, a woman can do. What a woman does, a man
Can do, exactly.
Except giving birth. But it's a two-way thing, but, you know.
So I'm like, bro, you're all I have.
Okay.
He tells me what's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, this happened. I was sent away from work. He sat down, he held my shoulders. He told me, have you eaten? So I see him finding this very easy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly. That's what I expected. If you've been to a rehab and everything, you went to like that extreme, and then you're just on your way. It's like you're setting off to whatever, and then you're telling him about the job, and he's like, oof. Okay, have you eaten? First of all, I know we're laughing about it right now, but then it was kind of like hard. Yeah.
I think I was childish. I don't know.
Don't call it childish. It's a wave we all go through.
So I thought, every time I look back to that situation, I'm like, was I the one?
I think you had all the reasons to feel that way.
Exactly. But if you talk to someone else another day, they'll be like, nah, that's not a reason enough for you to think of that. People go through the worst, and I admit.
What does he
sits
tell you?
Me down. He's like,
at this
man,
point, have you eaten? He gets you food, I suppose.
Do you know where I've been?
So what does he tell you that calms you down?
He told me, you've passed through streets. How many people have you met? sleeping on those streets. So I'm like, bro, this is my only job. Who will give me a job without a degree? Am I going to be sweeping roads? How will I manage life at university?
What does he say next?
He's like, bro, people are going through worse. You are guaranteed tuition at university. There is someone out there
Who's not guaranteed?
who is not guaranteed. He even doesn't know whether he's going to university,
Yeah.
for starters.
Damn.
He's like, that should be the slightest of your problems. You need to man up. You have to be brave. I'm like, but how am I facing my dad?
And he's like,
And he's like, we are going to go there. I'll talk to him. And we explain to him. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to tell you.
so fast forward. When you're not feeling okay, first thing you should do is look for someone to talk to, right?
Exactly.
Someone who really understands you.
Exactly.
Who was your cousin in this case? You go to your dad. I'm sure your dad takes it lightly.
Surprisingly.
I saw that coming. Because
Surprisingly.
like whenever an issue is like really, really like huge and everything, they take it lightly. I don't even know why, but this teeny tiny issues is when they actually blow up. Where you expect them to take it lightly, they take it in a different way.
I don't know why. But surprisingly, we reached there in the morning, early in the morning. He's like, where have you been? Have you started going to nightclubs?
Definitely, yeah.
Exactly. My cousins explains more to him. He's like, but that should be very, very, very slight to you.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad you came out of it in like a smooth, I should say, you're one of the lucky people who like got over it in the shortest period of time.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get back to it. Like, what would you do? What do you advise the viewers to do when they're not feeling okay in your own experience? Just 3 things.
1, find somebody to talk to, somebody you really trust, somebody you really think can listen to you, that has been there all the way. Secondly, I think this is kind of funny, but religiously hold on to God.
It's not funny, man. It's a fact.
Somebody will be like, of course I have God, I pray. But these things happen to me, exactly, you understand? But we need to cling on to God in these hard times. You need to pray hard. I'm a Muslim. There are some surahs I'm told to recite in hard times. I think you should cling to God in these difficult times.
God, Allah,
Allah.
or whoever.
Exactly.
I think whatever spiritual being, thank you, Domain, like, we don't, for as long as you just hold on to that faith, your faith is huge. Anyway, 3.
And then the last one is you need to replicate on what has been happening in your life, the people around you, to draw experiences. There are people going through worst. Think about that. Let that be an inspiration. I know that's kind of hard in such situations, but you need to think about the worst. Because this is when I go to my cousin, he tells me, how many people have you passed on the streets, sleeping? That's their home. You think you have a huge problem, that person didn't eat and doesn't know whether they will eat tomorrow.
They're still figuring it out.
Exactly.
Find someone to talk to, hold on to your faith, replicate from other people's experiences and everything. Proudly powered by love and passion. I am Bolton. He is Hassan. We just met today through a friend, Bagaya. Thank you so much, Bagaya. You made this happen. And thank you so much for being brave. Any last words for the viewers?
Last words, for starters, you need to, I repeat this 100 times, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Cling on to God.
Cling on to God.
Get the right people in your life. Learn to open up. You have parents. Learn to talk to your parents, open up. Be brave enough to go through all this. Believe in yourself, the confidence, because everything happens because of lack of confidence in ourselves. Self-esteem.
So much to share. I think we'll have you some other time.
Exactly. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
I loved it. 100%. You're a good communicator.
Thank you.
Shout outs to our sponsors, Emmy Day, and bye for now.